Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Love and Action Network podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Flo, and today we are joined by someone whose story reminds us that purpose is often born in places we never wanted to visit. Our guest today is Shawna White, also known to many as Shawna Marie. She's a media personality, community advocate, speaker, influencer, and the host of The Culture Corner. Through her work, she amplifies voices that deserve to be heard while creating spaces for healing, resilience, and hope. Shawna, thank you so much for being here today.
I'm so excited. You're just a
Uh,
light.
you
Like I
are.
love everything about you. You just make me so happy.
Beam us up. I mean, and we're in the pre-show today, y'all, just getting into the orientation of everything because I haven't talked to her in probably a couple months.
Yeah,
Just
right.
seeing her and giggling and cackling through the phone, internet connection out, and everything. Like just a total, total vibe. We were giggling so much the screen went black with the phone call.
Right.
I'm
So
just
sorry
so
about that, you
thrilled.
know?
No, when the vibe is right, everybody want to be in it. Everybody want to be in it. They all want.
Period.
Okay,
Period.
okay,
Period. No.
okay. So before we get into your incredible journey today, I want to know from you what has brought you the most joy this week.
Oh, that's a difficult one. What has brought me the most joy this week? Ah, so being here, being in God's grace, I'll say that. It's been a long time coming. To some days it's like it's just so hard. So the most joy I got was really, I guess, just being able to get up and do it all over again and seeing what's next and just being able to help others. That's been the most joy this week
That's
so far.
amazing. That's amazing. And what keeps you grounded when life gets busy?
God and my support system. Without my support system, friends, family, I'm truly nothing. Like, I have to pray first before my feet hit the ground. I got to ground with Jesus. That's who I talk to first and foremost. Other than that, my friends and my family, they keep me grounded, they keep me level-headed, they keep me sane, they keep me crazy. So, it's all that in one.
I love it. I love it. Let's talk about your story and get to know the real Shauna. Who was Shauna before everyone in your following knew your name? I also saw over on TikTok, you're followed by like 10,000 people over there.
I don't know how or when that happened, but I'm so excited about it, okay? Shauna before all this was a radio personality. I've managed artists. And this is before the following, right? I've managed artists. I've been a plus size influencer. I'm I was a wife. I was a mother. And if it's just me, I'm that friend that does whatever needs to be done. Like, I got my friends, I got my family's back. I'm the one that, you can call on, and I'm going to show up as much as I can. I can't promise to always show up, but I'm going to be there as much as I can. I'm not no fighter. But if you need something, I got you. That's the kind of person I am. I'm a creative. I love to think outside the box. School was never my thing. I ended up going eventually, but school was never my thing. I always knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in radio. I wanted to talk. And that's what I was on a mission to do. So Shauna before the 10K followers was just someone who helped other people. There we go. I was someone who helped other people. And I was happy there. I was happy there. But that's no longer who I am anymore.
When did you realize that your voice could actually help people, and why did you choose radio and media as the platform at that time?
Radio and media. So I didn't realize that my voice could help people until recently, until later, really. Um, Radio and television. I love music. I loved television. I used to work when I was in high school. I worked for a local television station. Me and a group of friends, we had our own show where we talked about teen topics, sex, a little bit of everything, just anything that happened around teens. And I loved every minute of it. So I knew radio and television was my thing because I loved music. So I would go to all the local radio stations, intern or work or be a part of the team. And it was great. But I didn't realize that my voice had an impact until after tragedy struck. So, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that. This is actually the emotional center of the interview today. After losing your son, Caleb, like what happened to you? And could you tell us a bit about what went down and then yeah, what was that like? What was it and
So,
what was it like to experience that?
so May 29th of 2024, me and my 4-year-old son were in a car accident. And unfortunately, he didn't make it. He was safely in his car seat, but the impact was too much for him. As a mother, I instantly knew my son was gone. Like, I told the people who were helping me, I'm like, my son is back there. And when they took him out the car, I was able to see his face and I was like, he's gone. That was the first thing I remember doing. And, but the day started off like any other, you know what? Actually, I feel like God gives you signs, but I'll go back, right? Um, Within a year's time, I went through a separation from my husband. I lost my child. I lost my job, lost my child, got a divorce, and graduated college all in the same year, right? Trauma, like so much ups and downs, highs and lows. And when I lost my son, I'm like, I was so prepared and set to be a mother that was single. Me and my child's father, we go back and forth. I was like, I was a single mom. No, you were a mother that was single. Like, we go back and forth. With the good thing about us is that we still have a good relationship. Like, we're no longer together, but only us two know what we've been through. And so we're able to have communication, we're able to talk, still be friends, and still able to share those pictures, those moments, those memories, and things like that. But I was on the way taking my son to school, and I usually say things like he was learning how to say yes and no correctly. So I'm like, "Are you gonna have a good day at school?" And he didn't say anything. And usually he'll say yes, he'll say yes. And he didn't say anything. So I take certain things as little signs now that he knew that his time was almost up. Um, when we got to the hospital, they told me that he had passed and I lost it. Like, I didn't know what to do at that moment. I was also hurt. Like, I still deal with a lot of injuries. But God is good. I've been healing. And even in that whole sentence, God is good, I was still so angry with God. I still have moments when I'm angry, upset, hurt. But every time I ask God, like, why? Like, why would you do such a thing? And I always hear him say, because I knew you would still believe in me. I always hear him say that I know you will never curse me. I know you will help someone else through whatever it is that they're going through. So I've been able to, and this is where I found my voice. Other parents have reached out to me who have lost their children, whether it was before or after me, and they'll say things like, how are you still surviving? Like, how are you still here? How can you still believe in God? And I'm like, because he didn't let my son suffer. Because he My son was here and I feel like he healed two families. Like, if there was a relationships within his dad's family that he healed, and there was relationships in my family. Like, he was a bright light. Like, he was really chill like his dad. Um and also had a really good personality, and he was funny and outgoing like me when he wanted to be. And everyone just loved to be around him. So that's when I found my voice, when people were really just like, how are you still standing? Some days I don't know, honey. Some days I don't know. Some days I'm like, hey, God, if we done here, we can wrap this thing up. But obviously, it's still some reason why I'm here. So I just continue to do what I can with what God has given me until He does call me home.
What do you wish that people understood about grief and the grieving process now that you've gone through this dark night of the soul, as Gary Zukov would talk about?
Um, that grief is not linear. Grief goes up and down, up and down. Um, and that's not even for other people. That's for people going through the grief. I feel like for myself, sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves to be healed or to go continue to go through this process and be okay, when in reality it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to still feel down. It's okay to be angry, mad, upset. It's okay. We put pressure. I know I put a lot of pressure on myself, especially like when it comes to friends and family. Like, I don't want to put so much pressure on them because sometimes I don't have the capacity to be around others, or I don't have the energy, or my mood is not right. And my friends are like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, come around me, be around me. And sometimes it's us. So if I can tell anyone anything, it's for the person that's going through grief, is that if you really have people, if you really have friends, family who want to hear your story 1,000 times, get it out. Tell them, and know that your grief will be up and down, and it's not a straight ride at all.
Has grief changed the way that you love now in any way?
Grief, my kind of grief, and I don't know if I can speak for anyone else, but it makes me want to love more. I went from a family of three to a family of one to a family of three to two to just me. And I miss loving. I miss loving someone. I miss hugging someone. I miss kissing someone. Um, I miss those things. Like, my body physically craves those things sometimes. And, I don't come from a really affectionate family, like hugs, kisses, things like that. Except for my grandma, but she's long gone now. So I miss those things from a partner as well as my child. And so it makes you want to love even more and cherish, but it also makes you very uh want you to protect yourself a little bit more. So yeah.
Do we ever truly get over grief?
Nah, not at all. I
Not at
mean,
all. Yeah.
I don't think grief is something that you get over. I think it's something that you learn to live through. I think it's something that changes through time. um I feel like grief may start off one way but look a total different way. Like, you might find other ways to grieve through the process. Like, when at first I couldn't go to a park, now I'm able to, I mean, not now, that's something I'm still working on, but now I'm able to go to a park and take a walk around. It might not be the park that I used to take him to, but now I'm able to go to a park and walk around. And that's part of, trying to get through that grief, I guess. But grief is always changing.
What is it about the parks?
He used to love the parks. And so there are certain parks that I used to take him to that I still like drive past, and I just can't imagine going there. Um, some days I want to like touch the slides that he went down or touch the equipment that he played on, but it hurts still to even do those things. But there is a park that I found that I never took him to, that when I'm ready to go outside and get some fresh air, that I can walk around. But yeah, he used to love going to the park. It was this one piece of equipment, like a merry-go-round, that he used to try to jump on all the time, and he didn't know how to use it correctly, and he would slide off. And I'm like, you gotta stay on, or you're gonna like fly off. And he didn't care. He would just go and just jump off, go and jump off. Such a boy. But it's just those things, just seeing those little memories of his little footprints of where he used to go.
Right. And was it, I think we've talked about this months ago. Did someone miss a light or blow a light? Like, what happened
What happened in the accident?
yeah.
So what happened was the driver was sick. He We were on a four lane, not highway, a four lane street. It was 30 miles per hour. The middle lane was a turning lane. So the last thing I can remember was uh I was in the second lane and he was coming this way, and that's the last thing I can remember. But they told me that he was sick. So that means he had a heart attack, a stroke, a seizure, and it was something he didn't know about. But he passed out. So ended up hitting us at 60, 65 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour lane. Like I said, my son was safely in his car seat, but the impact of it was too much. And it's so crazy how people just talk, right? They do like the little news reports on Facebook of the local news, and someone was like, "Oh, he wasn't in the right car seat, and you should feel ashamed." And like all my friends came on and defended me. So I'm grateful for my friends and my family because I've been in childcare for as long as I can remember. My son was a big boy. He was a big boy. He was tall. He was in his correct car seat. He was strapped in correctly because I was also a nanny for many of years. And I know how to put my child in the correct car seat. It was the impact. So yeah, he was a sick driver and he didn't
Yeah.
know. And so that's why I
Yeah.
have no anger towards the person either, because he didn't know if he was drunk, if he blew the light, if he was high or anything like that. Oh, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. But the fact that he didn't know, what could I do? Like, I felt like it was only God. I felt like my son's assignment was done. As much as it hurts, I feel like his assignment was done.
We got people out here in the live audience. We got Fearlessly Phoenixing saying such a beautiful message that really brings a sense of hope and empowerment. It's truly beautiful. She also goes on to say, "My heart, bless you. I'm not a touchy person, but you bring an energy that makes me want to hug you. God
Oh,
bless you,
thank
you
you.
beautiful soul."
Thank you.
You know, Caleb would be so proud of his mommy
Yeah.
and how she has continued to help other people in the ways that she has, especially in the arena of media. We talked a bit earlier
Yeah.
about this. Media has changed dramatically over the last decade. Why do you feel conversations still matter, and why are you having these conversations with people about grieving and what you went through?
Conversations matter because I feel like with the media space, sometimes it cuts us off from conversations, especially those face-to-face conversations, right? So I've created like grief share groups or grief outings where we can get outside of social media and meet up and go places and not even talk about grief. Just go eat or have fun, do something. I feel like it's important for social media in this space or just media in general, and because it's the way we connect now. It's the way that we get information across, and sometimes it's a spot where we feel the most free. Sometimes we're it's hard to talk to the people around you, especially with grief, because sometimes they're going through the grief with you. Like my friends, my family, they lost my son too, not to the capacity that me and his father lost him, or even his grandparents, but like his grandparents, his aunties, his uncles, his school teachers, like his teachers loved him so much. Everyone is grieving that in different ways. And so some people like to put things out on social media, and it's like a cry for help, or they want someone who might resonate with what they're saying. So I feel like it's really important to, continue to create those spaces, those groups, that engagement and interaction, and to continue to help others.
This is amazing. And part of your help is in the Culture Corner. Why did you create the Culture Corner?
The culture corner, number one, because radio is my first love. Radio was my first love. Interviewing people who make changes in the community, interviewing creatives, interviewing. I wanted to be able, just like you, get people's story out there, in the creative space, because it's not always easy. I'm from Illinois, and sometimes it could be a claw to get up to the top, or it could be like people don't really like to work with other people. But my thing is, like the old saying, there's no I in team. Like we can't do it all. Like if you are an artist, you can't be an artist without a producer. You can't be a producer without a studio. You can't have a studio
Yes.
without a someone who purchased the property, like, or someone who sells property. So we all eventually need someone. So with the culture corner, I wanted to spread light on every part of life when it comes to culture, music, radio, television, uh singers, entrepreneurs, all those things. The culture corner is my baby, and I stopped her for a little bit because I needed to regroup. Like it's sometimes you go, and it's back to the grief, right? Because it's still so fresh, no matter how it's just been 2 years for me. And sometimes I'm like, when I go through birthdays or different holidays and things like that, I'm like, okay, I need to step back because I can't help others heal in this season if I'm not healed, if I'm not working on my own healing. So sometimes I'm able to take a step back and be like, hey, yeah, I'm not okay. I'm not okay right now. I'll be back. I'll be back after these messages, kind of thing. But she'll be back.
You'll always come back. You'll always bounce back. I can tell that about you. As it relates to your podcast and your media presence, what kinds of stories are you drawn to the most?
Life. Like I love a good creative in their journey to where they've been. I've interviewed people who coupled. One of my favorite interviews, besides one that I did on grieving parents, was one where I interviewed two different couples in two different generations, right? And they both have businesses together. And because I'm such a lover and a hopeless romantic, I'm like, how did your relationship withstand all these, anything that could have come against you? And then a lot of people can't work together in business. Like, how do you separate business and pleasure? How do you separate your business from real life? Like, how can you do that and still stay strong in business and strong in relationships? So that's one thing that I really love. I love to speak on relationships, and also music. I like to hear where they've come from, when it was like what got them into the artistry of music, whether it's a producer or a rapper, a singer. I love to hear their journey because we all have our journey. Like I started off in radio, and I've been in some of the hottest clubs, and I was in the DJ booth taking pictures with the DJ. Okay, like right. So I've always been someone that is kind of in the know. I've worked backstage with so many different artists, from uh, Jasmine Sullivan and Tierra Marie, and I worked on set with Jim Jones, and I worked on set with the Black Ink Crew. I worked on so many different sets, and God has blessed me to enter so many different rooms that it's a blessing. But that's because it comes with trust too. Like it's a lot of people who put on these events and these shows who's like, yeah, Shauna, aka Coffee, she's been around celebrities before. She knows how to handle it. Y'all ain't no different from me. Y'all just got a little bit extra money. Hand me a little bit extra. Give me a little bit of that. Y'all just got, but and sometimes they just want some real people to be around them too. Like it's an artist here. His name is D'Lo, and he's like the coolest guy ever. He's famous for the D'Lo Shuffle, and he's like the coolest dude ever. And that's like little bro now. Sometimes these people just want real people to be around them. So yeah, that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me motivated. Be one of those people that you can be like, you know what, coffee cool, shot cool. That's me.
It is that common humanity that we share that makes things really, really beautiful. Yeah. What has interviewing hundreds of people taught you about humanity?
Oh, that we're all different, and we all need to take this time to step back and hear each other's story. Especially when it comes to, for me, I'm always gonna reel it back to grief. We all grieve differently over different things. Like people have always said things to me like, man, you lost your son and he was only 4, and they've lost their son at 26. And I'm like, you got 26 years worth of memories. And they're like, but you only got 4. And I'm like, yeah, but you got 26 years of memories that you have to go through on a daily. And so it's just different. So when you meet these different people and you actually have real conversations, or you actually build a bond with some of these like celebrities or people, when it comes to humanity, they just ended up getting that jump start with life, and they're like, you know what, I sometimes I just want to be that human, or I just want to help in this space or be in this space, and just treat me like I'm human, because they are, and because they people scream in their face all the time, can I get a picture, can I do this, can I do that? Like, I just want to relax. I just want to relax in this moment. So it just taught me that everyone has their own journey, their own story. Some people just get different chances than others.
Powerful, powerful. Let's talk now about representation and the
Mhm.
community. You talk openly on your podcast and on your platforms about representation and the importance of it. Tell the audience today, why do you believe that representation matters?
Baby, because I'm a plus size diva, okay? And
Okay.
I am going to fill up every space that I walk into. Representation matters because you want people to see people like you, to know that they can take up that space too. I used to be a plus size influencer. I still do some things here and there, from food to clothes to swimwear, perfumes, lotion, like a little bit. People used to send me all kind of stuff. And that's because representation matters. Like, they want to see other people in their brands taking up this space. And so it's like, even my son, like, he was a baby influencer. He got sent clothes and food and things like that to try out. Baby, I remember he got sent it's a black owned company called Good Foods, and they sold like they still do. They're still in business to this day. Baby food and fresh fruits and vegetables, and they sent us some stuff, and it was amazing. So I feel like whatever age you are, whatever space you take up, do it, because you matter to someone. It doesn't matter what your label is. It doesn't matter. I'm always gonna be. I just don't call me a BBW. I don't like. I feel like that's a just don't call me a B.
For
You can
those of
call me.
you, for people who don't know what a BBW is, what
That's that whole big beautiful woman thing, but it just sounds so, like, that's one of those words that's like an ick to me, because it's like I feel like it's a fetish, you know?
got
But
it?
that's just me. Cause some dudes, they don't realize that they actually like a big girl until they get knocked down by, by a big girl. No, but seriously, it's just one of them words that I'm like, I'm curvy, I'm plus size. You can give me all those labels, right? And that's fine with me. But we all carry some kind of label, some kind of title, and it's either you're gonna live in it and show it, or you're gonna shy away from it. Which one do you choose?
Which one do you choose? Uh, have you been welcomed by communities at large? I would love to hear stories about how people have welcomed you in, and also how do you believe that communities could become more welcoming of others?
So it's funny that you said that, because right now I'm kind of in search of community. Like, I'm good with building my own. I'm fine with building my own community. That's fine. But I want to be a part of. Like, I've been in the midst of like looking for different social clubs to be a part of, just to get out, do something different. Sometimes I get caught up with being at home and being alone, and I've been telling my therapist, go to therapy too. Anybody, if you ain't in therapy, therapy's great. Okay, I promise you it'll change your life. But
Shout out to
you know,
therapy.
yes, I tell my therapist, like, girl, I'm so lonely. Like, I just feel lonely. Like, I went from having so many people around me to having nothing when I come home, in a sense, and it's just me, and sometimes the silence is so loud. So I've been in search of like a social club or something like that to be a part of, just to do some things on a regular. But I have friends. I have great friends, great family. So having that sense of community is really, really important. And I mean, I feel like with my personality, I'm always welcomed. If I don't feel welcomed, I ain't gotta be there. I know how to leave. Okay. I will leave. But I can't really think of a moment where I haven't felt welcomed. But that's because I fill up space. I take up space. You're going to see me, you're going to acknowledge me. And if you don't, I used to think something was wrong with you, but everyone has their own experience. I remember one time this one lady did not like me at all. Like she heard it was something about her energy and my energy that just clashed. It was
Mm.
horrible. And later on I had to figure out what it was. And they told me that she was going through some things. Like she had just went through two major losses. And I'm like, okay, so maybe my energy was a little bit too much for her. The way I talk about God was too much, because sometimes everyone doesn't believe like you believe. So me and God, we got a good relationship. That's my homie. I talk to him how I talk to him, and we good. Relationship with God is so much more important to me than having that religion, because religion can be scary for some people. I have a relationship. I also have my religion, but my relationship with God is so strong, because I can sit here and be like, God, I'm mad at you. I'm so mad at you, but I love you and I trust you and I know where my help comes from. But you know that I'm upset. But I'll be okay in a few minutes. Like, so yeah. But community is important.
Uh, how do we create communities where people don't simply survive but they belong?
Uh you just you just do it. So, and what that means is that you create a community that's not based on just so if I have a grief community, I'm not always going to sit in that heavy space, because sometimes we want to get out of that space. We don't want to stay there, but also I give that I open up the opportunity for it to stay there if need be. So sometimes I'm like, hey, let's go have a fun outing at um a restaurant, or let's go golfing, or let's go somewhere and do something. And it's just getting out and being in the moment. And then sometimes right afterwards I get those phone calls, I get those texts, like, thank you so much, I needed that, it was so much fun, I've been so down. And that's where the other side comes out, because now they want to talk about it and we can talk about it in that moment. Or I have events where I'm like, okay, let's get together and have a true grief share. Let's have that moment to talk about what it is. So it's important just to listen and to be listened to. And that's why I just feel like it's so important for people to build a community based off of what they love. Don't do it just because it's popular, because it's not going to work. You really need to do it because it touches you. You need to do stuff that resonates with you, and that's a passion of yours, because it won't last. It won't last at all. If it's something that you are not strongly invested in, if it's not your favorite thing, it won't last. So do it because you want to. Do it because you need to do it. It feels good to do it.
We love moving from a place of joy.
Yeah.
We love moving from a place of joy. Okay, rapid fire.
Okay.
One word answers, one word phrases. Uh, what's one word that people could use to describe you?
Joy. Joy.
Coffee or tea?
Ooh. Coffee. It used to be tea, but now it's coffee.
What do you take in your coffee? I'm just curious.
Decaf, caramel. I'm a fake coffee drinker. Please give me decaf. Don't give me no caffeinated coffee. But I need some caramel, a little bit of oatmeal. So this is my order, right?
Okay,
And I'm a Dunkin' girly. Sorry, I'm Dunkin' because
me
Starbucks
too.
doesn't have. Okay,
Me
Starbucks
too.
don't have iced decaf coffee. I can go to Seven Brew though. But from Dunkin', I get a small iced decaf caramel coffee with cream, sugar, and oat milk, and whipped cream on the top. And if you want to get real fancy, add some of that cinnamon sugar dust. Okay. So good. So
Yeah, they,
good.
they they clown us and say that Dunkin' Donuts is basically water, but those burnt beans over there at Starbucks can do nothing for me.
It's so like heavy. It's like,
It's
oh,
yeah.
and they don't have ice decaf. So there's that.
Now you do acknowledge that there's caffeine in the decaf, but
I know,
it's just
I
not gonna
know.
set you off in the way that like a full octane cup would.
Right. I ain't gotta sit there with the shimmy shakes all day. The decaf, it does me just right. And like I said, I'm a fake coffee drinker, so even with my decaf, I only have a few sips and I'm done. So
Yeah,
I just need to taste it. One,
you're there.
two, I'm good.
You're there for the experience or the ambiance.
There you go. I'm there
Oh
for the
my,
experience.
I love it. I love it. Podcast or television,
Podcast.
early mornings or late nights.
Early mornings.
Really, one
Yeah.
book everyone should read.
You know what? The Bible. How about that one? Pick up your Bibles.
Pick up your Bibles. What's one lesson that grief has taught you? What's the top lesson? We talked a lot about it today, but what's the top lesson that grief has taught you?
That it's not linear. You're gonna have your ups and downs. Gonna have your ups and downs.
What's one piece of advice that you would give to young creators?
It's not about what you know, it's about who you know, but it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. That's the biggest lesson I've always learned, because can you go into a room and say, hey, yeah, you can go into a room and say, yeah, I know Dr. Flo, but can Dr. Flo says he knows me back? That's what's important. If Dr. Flo can say, yeah, I know Shawna, like she's this, that, and the third, she's amazing. That's where the real connection comes from. So make those connections so other people can mention your name in those rooms.
Wonderful, wonderful. What's one dream that you're still chasing?
Oh, to be as famous as you. No. No, one dream that I'm still chasing is to, what is a dream that I'm still chasing? To travel and tell my story nationwide. Like that's my thing, and to help others get through this moment. So once I won't say complete in my healing, because I feel like I went through something that you'll never fully heal from. I want to be able to travel, whether it's about podcasting and just doing red carpet interviews and stuff like that. But I want to be seen from that, because I would love to do some red carpet interviews, but also being on platforms where I'm telling my story and helping others.
You're going to do it. You're going to do it. I
Thank you,
believe in
babe.
you so
And
much.
look, you got me started, okay?
This is amazing. No, you got you started with 10,000 followers over on TikTok. I'm just here to be here with the pom poms, encouraging you and boosting you up. I think you're
And
amazing.
it's only because people resonate with your stories. At first, when I was just posting just a post, I didn't have followers like that. But once I started being true to me and posting about what I've been through, what I've gone through, but then also showing them the joy. Like, a lot of people love my food reviews. I do food reviews. I was getting a lot of my followers from my food reviews, but also because they resonated with my story of losing my son. They wanted to go on that journey with me of healing. So that's where the followers came from. Stay true to yourself.
Stay true to yourself. My father used to say, be yourself so that you don't end up by yourself.
Oh, that's good. Daddy was smart.
Yeah. Yes, yes,
He
yes,
was
yes.
smart.
What countries do you want to travel to? What's on your vision board for countries?
I really want to go to, like, I want to go to Africa. I don't know what part, but I really want to go there one day. I want to go to Japan. I really
Me
want to go to
too.
Japan. Like, the culture there, I
Yes.
think is just so cool. Um, and what is it? Scotland? Is it Scotland? I don't. I've been looking on, like, TikTok, and I try to search places like, where do Black people go and feel good and feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
look up some of those things. So yes, I do want to travel. I need some more passport stamps. I've only been to Jamaica. That's the only place in my passport, and I want to go back there ASAP. I might go back tomorrow. How about that? But other
Some of
than
the
that,
most beautiful water on the entire planet.
it's so beautiful. The beautiful water, beautiful people, beautiful weather. Take me back, please.
Great food. Great
Oh,
food.
yes, yes, yes.
If you could interview anyone living or deceased, who would it be?
If I could interview anyone living, it would be I I'm not a big fangirl, right? Like I never get I've met so many different people. But Tiana Taylor, baby, I love everything about that woman. If I ever got the opportunity to interview her, not to say I would fan out, but I would just be so elated. I would be like, she is just everything to me. Woman empowerment, watching her grow. Like I saw her on Sweet 16, watching her grow from there to the professional businesswoman mom that she is. Like she's so powerful, right? Um, that's who I would love to interview. Anyone that has gone on to glory.
Not to glory.
Anyway, you know what? If I can be completely transparent, probably my grandmother. Like, I
Mm.
wish I really wasn't able to. Like, me and my grandma had the best relationship ever. Like, that's my best friend. But because we were so close, there are some things that I like. I want to. She always wanted to get the family reunions back together. I'd be like, Grandma, how can I get the family reunions back together? And what was your recipe for the no name cake? And on top of that, that chocolate cake you used to do, let me get that. Like, she told me the steps as she was like declining. But I'm like, Grandma, I need you to come back so I can interview you, girl. Like, I need you to. And then, it's funny though. I had a dream about her and my son. And she was just like, I got him. Like, I'm watching him. Like, you're fine. Like, I'm watching him, which was so crazy to me. So I'm like, Grandma, how did you get him? And she was like, I don't know. Like, I got him and I'm watching him. And I was like, okay, that's fine. But I remember she told me, like, don't come, as she was passing away, she was like, don't come visit me. Like, just wait till I die. I don't want you to wait, waste all your money. I'm like, you need to see your great grandson. Like, no, I'm coming. So they got to meet. She held him and all that other good stuff. So I know he's safe with her and a few other, like his grandfather on his dad's side. Uh passed away, and they had a really special bond. They had their bond was everything. So he got some angels, my father. So yeah, he got some angels up there that he's with.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Imagine that someone is listening right now. We have been live on TikTok today and YouTube. This will go out further on our other YouTube channels. It will be on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, our magazine, and beyond. If someone encounters our energy
You're
today,
famous. You're so famous. You're so famous. I can't wait to be like you when I grow up.
you're so crazy. Imagine someone who's listening today and they've lost someone. They're discouraged. They stop believing that life can get better. What would you speak into your mic and tell them today?
Honey, it don't get better, but life is worth living. Life is worth living, and it may not get better, but eventually it'll feel more manageable until it gets better. I can't, as much as I want to tell you that it'll get better, I don't know. I don't know. But know that God is always with you. He hasn't turned his back on you, even though it may feel like it and seem like it. He hasn't turned his back on you, and that just lean on him whenever and surround yourself with people who really truly care about you. And it's okay to open up. And if you need to, call me. Okay, we could talk. We could talk. We could talk. But just know that things will shift. I can't tell you that it's going to get better, but eventually you'll be in a different space where it's more manageable.
I love that you're a real one for your answer because a lot of people will give platitudes and say, "Oh, the the sun comes out after the darkest night, and it's gonna
Everything will
be
get
oh,
better.
yeah,
God, keep trusting in God, and He'll do this and He'll bring that. Yes, He will. But I'm still angry and I'm still upset,
yeah."
So going through this experience has taught me to be real with myself and others. I had a friend tell me, like, you spend so much time hiding. behind being a mother or being this and being that, then now you have nothing to hide behind. Like, your son was your everything, and now you don't have that to hide behind anymore. All your feelings and emotions are going to come out. I have no choice but to be real. Like, my story is my story. It's no fabrication at all. And I wish I can tell people that it gets better. Yeah, you're gonna get better. The rain is gonna stop. The sun is gonna shine. It'll shine. It'll shine. You'll get some sunlight. Will it last? We don't know how long it'll last. Some days are brighter than others. Some days I want to be completely alone and not talk to nobody, see nobody. And some days I'm like, where is everyone? I need some people around. Like, I want to do this and I want to do that. But it's all up to how you do it. Um, Therapy is great. And if I can be completely transparent, I avoided antidepressants for 2 years, 2 whole years, and I'm still kind of avoiding it. But I tried to start my medicine because I felt like I was crashing out. And some people are like, some people tell you, oh, God will help you. You don't need that and you don't need this. Yes, God gives people resources and tools too. God gives people talents and skills. So if God created those, gave somebody the mind to create the antidepressants, and you feel like you need them, only person that can hold you back is you. And if you need them, you need them. If you don't, you don't. I've taken a few, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to do this anymore. But your healing is all up to you and how much you want to heal. If you want to sit and soak, by all means, do that. But if you really want to heal, get up, get out, and get moving. And once again, healing is not linear. Sometimes it's gonna take those days when you just want to lay down and not do anything. Just don't pressure yourself. But healing is all up to you.
Healing is all up to you. That's one of the finish these sentences statements I have here. Finish these sentences for me. Love is,
Wonderful.
healing is,
Crazy.
okay? Purpose is,
Powerful.
community is,
Needed.
hope is.
Mm. Strong. Strength. Having hope is strength.
This has been so wonderful. Where can everyone find you and what projects do you have coming up and how can people support your work?
Oh my goodness. So you can follow me on all social sites at coffee. That's KOFFEE. B as in boy. Or Shawna Marie Speaks, either one. Shawna Marie Speaks is my Instagram name and my TikTok name. Facebook, Shawna Marie, SHAWNA. Projects that I have coming up is I've been collabing with more restaurants for doing more food reviews. My birthday is coming up, so I'm really happy about that. I'm gonna be the big 40 shorty, which is
Welcome
crazy.
to the club, girl. You
Woo!
look amazing.
So crazy. Back
Welcome.
at you, okay?
Yes.
So there's that. And then other than that, I have been just focusing on myself and healing. I have more outings that I have in the works. So just stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned. I'm excited. I get excited about life every now and then, but I just want to take the time to say thank you, Dr. Flo, for giving me the opportunity to tell my story. I really appreciate you and just making this fun, making it interactive, and just blessing me to be on your platform. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you.
You are a great time.
Oh,
You are like a soul sibling, cousin, auntie, niece,
family reunion, we got it.
all of these things, and I can't wait to have you in some private spaces with the community and for people to get to know you
Yes.
better. I'm not in Illinois in the zip code, but I am in the cloud always. And if I've got a banquet table, you're always invited into that for sure.
Yes,
For
back
sure.
at you. If anybody is in Illinois and wants to come out, we do have this event called North Chicago Community Days. It's on August 1st and 2nd. It's an outside event. It's going to be so amazing. We have a lot of performers that are going to be there, gifts, prizes, giveaways, parades, all that stuff. It's going to be amazing. So come out. I'll be dropping some information about that soon. And yeah, thank you again. This is
So
fun. This
amazing.
is fun.
This is amazing. Well, thank you for spending time with us. We appreciate the work that you're doing in the community and the people that you are helping to uplift and to brighten and to love on. They are blessed to have you in that community, as we are blessed to
Thank
have you
you.
in our community. And to everyone watching today, just remember, as we always say, stay in your power, stay in your joy, stay loved and lovable. And we cannot wait to have Shawna Marie back soon. And we'll see you next time. Take care.